So in our next lecture, we're going to start generating the report. Now that we have all the group variables, we can now conduct the data analysis and then put this in an automated report. That is a Word document, and then finalize it later on, format it so that it's presentable to the policymakers. Right? So usually in a report, just give you a sense of what's included in the report. This is the fifth integrated household survey report that was done by the National Statistics Office. They have a cover page, that's the Malawi emblem, and then that's the Malawi flag, and then you have all sorts of information put there. They have key summary findings. This is now the foreword. You have a preface, and then of course a list of abbreviations, and then of course you have the table of contents. Now, table of contents usually have the first part where you have the or the preface, forward, and then you have the body of the report that includes the introduction, then all the modules that are there in the integrated household survey report. But also, just to take you through, you also have a list of tables, and then the report itself, it's supposed to have a description of the characteristics of the population. What we're going to do, of course, you see that there's a lot of tables here in here. Mostly they're tables. We're going to spice it up so that we have different graphs, so that they can also explain the different characteristics of the population. In a report, mostly we're going to focus on what are the statistics on the population, as well as the statistics based on the income that is generated by the population, because that's what is key. When you're looking at, for instance, you want to reduce poverty, as well as create wealth. It's the income that's most important. So those are the factors that we're also going to focus on. So the first thing that we're going to do is to call this part B, and this part we're going to say this is automated report generation, and then we start with the cover page, and then go on creating the chapters. We'll have about 11 chapters that we're going to create during this part. So if you run this, we want to call in the data, and then once that is done, you have all the data in your system in Stata. We can also just describe, just to again know how many variables we have, and then we did create in the previous lecture, we had 2,777 variables. Now the next thing that we're going to do is now to open a Word document, and in that Word document, let me just copy the code that we're going to use and paste it here. We're going to use a command that is called putdocx. So putdocx is a Stata command that we usually use when we want to create a Word document, a report, and then put all the necessary information in that report. So for instance here, when you want to start that the report generation, automated report generation, you should just say putdocx begin, and in the background Stata is going to open the Word document. And then here, there's all sorts of commands that you can also use. If you want to also learn these commands, all you need to do is just say help putdocx, and then it will give you all the list of commands that are there. In this case, you can start with putdocx begin. It creates a document file, Word document for export, and then all these commands you can use, what are page breaks, section breaks, how to put a paragraph, how to put in text, text blocks. This is what we're going to use a lot. How do you put an image, and also how do you also put page numbers to your titles. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is now run this report, and essentially what we're going to do is first of all create a cover page, and in that cover page we're going to say, okay, put docs, there should be a paragraph, and then that paragraph we want it to be centralized, so you put here that the alignment should be at the center, and then we're going to put in an image. Recall that in this document they do have this emblem. We can also put all sorts of images there, and then what we're going to do is to bring in this picture, and this is the flag for Malawi, and then we put it how it's going to be positioned, and then after that we're also going to put a paragraph. Then we add title of the report. This will also be centralized, and then as you can see that the star is title, and then we're going to call it the 5th integrated household survey report, and we ensure that text is bold. Then next we'll put a subtitle. It will also be centralized, and then we're going to call it policy implications and recommendations for wealth creation. Next we'll put now again another paragraph where we're going to say this is prepared by, and then we'll align this center, and then if you want to add a couple of paragraphs or words, what we do is we say put docs text blocks, and then we begin, and then here we're saying that any gap that is there, Stata should treat that as a paragraph, right? So we can also say paramode and then align there, or if I don't want any paragraphs, I'll just make sure that these are just aligned in one, but in this case let's not do that. Let's just make sure that this is information that we need there. Then if you want to close it, then you just say put docs text block end, and then we continue with the page. Lastly, we're going to put that, okay, this report was done in December 2024, right? Then if you want to put another page, you say, okay, you just put a paragraph and then you put a section break, or you can put a page break. In this case, we want to make sure that when we're numbering the page, it shouldn't be, we should, delink, the pages so that we have a section break, right? And then we're going to put heading 1 on the next page. It should be table of contents. I will put a paragraph, and then the next paragraph should also indicate the list of tables. Okay. Here we want to make sure that in our usual after table of contents, you also put list of tables as just to make sure that when you have tables in your report, you should also include that list. Then next, just to finish, you put a paragraph, a page break, and then we put a section break so that we can start on the next page. In this case, if you can run, this, what Stata does, of course, here what we're saying is we want now to save that report, and I'll save this in that report folder, and I'll call it IHS5 statistical report. In this case, if there's a table there, I just want to make sure that it's replaced if there's a report there. Okay. So if we run this, Stata should be able to run everything, no problems there. And then if you go to your folder, which is the report, here's the IHS5 statistical report. You open it, and then you could see that we do have the the flag of Malawi, the fifth integrated household survey report, policy implications and recommendations for wealth creation, and then just to put here that it is I who wrote this report, and then you have your table of contents, and then we are ready to go to the next section of the report. So you can make any changes, in that. It's, for instance, if you go back to this report, I can now take this, because I do also have other images that I can put, and then call this flag, and then we can also run it because it's closed, no problem there. And then it should also give me replace that, because I just want to make sure that it's replaced. And then if I open it, I do have this is not good. I can go back to my report, and then also increase the size here. Let's say to 12. Height should be 1, and then I can just run it again, and then see how that report comes up. All right. Run it. Okay. And then if I go back, now I can see that instead of having that map short, it could also be extended, and usually that's we're just looking at the width as well as the height of the image that you want to include there. So pretty much, as you can see, that this is the similar to what our guys here included. We could also add another image even before after this, and then come up with the report. So with that, in the next video we'll continue to now generate the report, but now start doing the analysis, and then appending all the analysis that we're going to do, and then put it into the report so that we can automatically generate it. So that will be the work that we're going to do in the next lecture.